Hello again, everyone. Pastor Mark here with today's daily devotions, once again on the topic of the Holy Spirit. And today's topic is the power of the Holy Spirit. This is something that we talked about a little bit this past Sunday, on Pentecost Sunday. And in today's Bible reading for our devotions, I want to read a little part of the story of Pentecost in the book of Acts. If you want to learn about the Holy Spirit, you've got to look to the book of Acts. The Holy Spirit is so active and powerful and present all throughout the book. And right at the beginning, we learn what the Spirit plans to do in the church. In Acts 1, verse 8, think again about power. That's our topic today. Jesus said to his disciples, "You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth." You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, when he fills you, when he indwells your soul. You will receive power from God. The great preacher Martyn Lloyd-Jones once said, "One test of anything that claims to be Christian is the test of power." One test of anything that claims to be Christian is the test of power. And he said this because he realized that one of the markers of false teaching that claims to be Christian is that there is very little emphasis on God's supernatural power. There's very little emphasis in worldly religions and worldly philosophies about how not only God is powerful, but how he blesses his people with the power to believe, to obey, and to trust in him. Many modern teachers, false teachers, will give you all kinds of lists of things to do. They'll give you instructions on what to believe, but there is rarely in false teaching a mention of the supernatural saving acts of God. Now, if somebody mentions the power of God, it doesn't mean that a teaching is automatically accurate and biblical, but this is one of the markers of what I would say worldly philosophies, a rejection of God's supernatural, miraculous power. So we should ask, in trying to discern how God's power is at work in us, what does the power that we have from God accomplish? How does God show his power in the world, and how does he give us power through the Holy Spirit? What does he give us power to do? I'll just give you a few examples among many. He has power to create, and so he gives us power to create. He has power to transform, and so in some limited sense at least, he gives us the power to transform what is around us, to steward what he gives us, to even transform it so that it would be more pleasing to him. And he also gives us power to bring what was chaotic into order. Gives us power from the Holy Spirit to bring peace, like what Jesus said in his Sermon on the Mount. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. It takes a lot of power to produce peace in this world, doesn't it? Now, listen for how all three of these works of the Holy Spirit are summarized in a quote from Charles Spurgeon in a sermon that he preached on June 17, 1855, called "The Power of the Holy Spirit." I love this quote, and I hope it sends you into your day thinking about the power of God. Spurgeon said, "If we could have seen that earth," meaning that chaotic earth which was formless and empty, Genesis said, "if we could have seen that world and all its confusion, we would have said, 'Who can make a world out of this?' And the answer would have been, 'The power of the Holy Spirit can do it. He can make all things come together. There will be order where there once was nothing but confusion.'" So Christianity isn't really about a person's power. It's not even about the power of an institution like the church. It's about God's power to create, to transform, to bring unity where there once was confusion. And he does this through people, and he does this in the church. But in order for it to happen, you need the Holy Spirit. So how will you cooperate with the Holy Spirit today to create, to transform, and to bring peace wherever you go? Pray that would happen in you, and pray that would happen through you as you receive the power that Jesus promised to give. Have a great day, everyone.